Is it what Genrite does? No. Is it what Motorbilt does? No. If I wanted theirs, I would have bought theirs. I struggled a little bit with this crossbar here. I didn't film any of it because I struggled so bad. And sorry about that last video. I don't know. I just didn't film very well. But let's get you up to date because I have changed a lot since that last video. The dash bar is still good. I have since removed the harness bar, but that is like technically, or that is the small stuff that I changed. So let's go back here to the back of the Jeep, and then I'll kind of show you what all I have done here. See over my shoulder here, I did get a nice X brace back behind the back seats. I've got a vertical here and a vertical here to help distribute that load down towards the ground. I may, and I don't know if I am or not, but I'm still completely undecided on this. I've thought about coming off of here and coming down to here, but then that's putting stress at the middle of this bar, and then the middle of this, there's nothing on the back side of that. My pipes or my tubes are here. I don't want to come down like this because I think maybe, eventually, maybe I might do a rack and put my spare tire back here. Possibly. I don't know. That's kind of a stretch. I don't go anywhere that I can't get back to the truck and trailer to get my spare off of it. Eventually, maybe, like, I guess Windrock is a massive park, so maybe there, or them places down in Kentucky or whatever. So maybe I should, just because of that, and I'm wanting to hit those bigger places. Let's get up on top here and I'll show you the major change that's happened. As you can see here, I kept the parallel tube design here, but then, so this impact point here now transfers over to here, and it also transfers to the center up there. And the same way with the front corner. Impact point will transfer here, it'll transfer to here, and you'll possibly across there. But that nice little X, triangles, all that turned out really well. So now really all I need to do is get out of this light because my head is right next to it and it's blinding. So now all there left to do is to figure out this harness bar. I cut a piece yesterday, and I cut a piece yesterday, and it did not line up right. It's a little bit too long. So this point here, it attaches pretty close, and it's really tight against the seat. And for me to get it to fit, I have to trim a little bit more off, which brings it even closer to the seat, and I think that's gonna be too close. The last piece of DOM that I had, I was like, all right, I'll just cut some couple 90s and I'll slug the center of it. Somewhere in here, I'll slug the center of it. I'll put a 6-inch to 8-inch piece of tube inside of the 1 3/4. Rosette weld, drill it and rosette weld it, the two pieces together, along with doing a fillet weld around the outside of it. Then we'll sand it down and you'll probably never even know that it's happened. But if I'm gonna do that with the big 90s, I might as well try it with this one here, because like I said, it's just a little too long. But if I trim it, but I don't take anything off the ends, I take some material off the middle here, I think I can make that work, and then it keeps this nice and flush and close to the seats. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this side is good, and we've got just enough space for these seats. And I think, now there's the seat all the way back, and it's actually kind of rubbing the seat, which I think I can make work over here because I can slide this seat forward and then do the straps and then kind of slide it back. I only need to slide it forward just a little bit. Now my driver's seat is solid. I don't have any adjustment on it. So I'm just a touch long. I think if I cut it there, that might be too close. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can make that work. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see. I'm gonna cut this down, kind of grind a little bit off of it, tack it together, and then set it back up there and see what it looks like. Tell you what, these noise canceling over the ear headphones is kind of like a game changer. These were for my full hydraulic steering. It was one of those deals where you measure once and cut twice, and it ended up being too short. Imagine that. We'll clean this up, and then we'll get it to where it fits in this tube. The dude's gonna go like that. And this side, we'll just slide in like this, and once I notch a little bit more out of this, grind down the edges, then you can weld this here, weld your rosettes, and then you've got essentially just as strong of a piece. Hopefully I got the right idea on this. I think I might, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, of course you're gonna fall on me. Boy, this would be where two hands would come in really handy. I don't know, taking that little bit off worked. I'm gonna have to refer a friend here and find out if a harness bar, if there's a such thing as too close for a harness bar. I think the height is gonna be okay, but whether or not the fact that it's so close to the seat, I don't know about that part of it. Okay, that didn't take any time for the guys to get back with me. For you, it was like a second. For me, it was like 2 minutes, if that. There really isn't an issue with the harness bar being that close. Kind of what they're saying. The only thing is that with it touching the seat and it being that close, it's going to squeak. The seat's going to rub. There's just going to be a little bit of movement in the seat. It's going to rub. It's going to squeak. And yeah, we're not going to do that. So we're still going to use the slug method, but we're going to use it on a different piece this time. And that piece is the piece that you've seen earlier. Now I just need to figure out how much of this I'm going to cut off the tube. So I'm really kind of hoping that this method here is going to produce some, good God, why? Why is this? Produce some good results for me. I put the 90 degrees, I went ahead and tacked them in. That is not, it's not permanent. It's just tacked in there so I can get a good measurement between there and there. I've got pretty much the same amount of material here as what I have over there. At least I hope I'm pretty close. I think I am. I don't know why. Just gets dirty as hell. And the reason I went ahead and tacked it all up is because I put this piece here, or laid the pipe out 49.5 inches from that mark to that mark, which is what I thought the distance was. You know, I'm trying to do all this measurement by myself, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but you know, it is what it is. We all can't have people help out in the garage every single day. So when I did that and I measured it, it came up to 23.5 inches That, where I originally measured it, was only 22 inches. So obviously, a little short. Luckily, I got another piece. We're gonna cut this one down to 23 inches. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna test fit it up here, see if it fits in between these two pipes. I don't know why I keep calling them pipes. In between these two tubes. If it all looks and works out well, I'm gonna go ahead and drill holes in the new tube and these tubes here